I am a guy. I grew up in the south of Italy, in a small town. There was nothing there. Everything that I wanted, I had to do it by myself. I started painting since I was a child, and I'm still painting now. So Millo is the part of me that has something to do with art, with painting. I can say we're the same thing. If you think of the art of the last centuries, it's never born in a museum. They're born in another place, in a studio or in a private house of an artist, and then they move to a museum. My art is already in its museum, which is the street. There are many people that support in a certain way my work. First of all, my family, a lot of close friends, actually all the people that loves what I do. Only the fact that they are waiting for my new projects to be online or showing me that they likes it. It's not money, but it's a power that gives me the strength to go on, to do better. Before coming here, I was in Italy. I was doing some studies about classic art. I was reading something about Botticelli and the Primavera, and then I discovered that Venus is born into this island. So I looked up this silo, and I thought about it could be my version of the Venus looking at the sea from the top of the hill. This is one of the biggest difficulties because it's a cylinder, so I have to paint something that has a continuous shape. It doesn't have a beginning and a end, and also there is a lot of wind in this part of the year, so I'm facing also against the weather, and the tower is almost 30 meters high, so
I am Yannis Agelis. I'm a visual artist. I am working in the Kimonos Art Center, and I've been the executive producer for the project Surround in the water tower in Yeroski. We used to have a landmark made by Millo in the town center of Paphos, and suddenly 4 years later it was painted over. And so Millo designed the mural. We made a limited edition of 50 copies on our printing press in a way to keep the artwork not in the public space anymore, but at least between the public in Cyprus.
when I paint in the street, of course, I'm saying something. I try not to be too much direct with my messages. I try to be more mysterious or surreal, or I want to say something, but not so directly. I want the people to look at my work and have their own interpretation of what they are looking at. As I finish a mural, it's not mine anymore. It becomes property of the people who live there every day of their life. So I like when I come back and the wall is still there. A lot of my walls has been cancelled, erased, or demolished, or destroyed by the weather, but it's part of the game. After 1 year, I went painting in Kiev in Ukraine. When I came back there, I saw that the people living under my wall, they started to plant flowers, fruit tree. They start to curate the garden down my wall, to put a little fancy, and that was something that
some shit here.
I felt like I did something for that people living there, and that they needed it, that they have more identity thanks to my mural, and that was something that made me more proud. But I have many walls I painted. There's always a story like this behind. Yeah. Well, last night I was having a walk, and suddenly I heard a noise like flap, flap, flap. I look at my right, and there was a flying object, non-identified. It was like a pigeon like this, but instead it was a bat, and it started to fly all around the fruit tree, and I was close to it, so I can see it through the light, the transparency of the wings. I saw the little demons. And then I discovered that it's the Egyptian fruit bat or something, because they live here also. Wikipedia.